Hey guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. Today we're going to tackle dropping the back shoulder, and today I'm going to show you how to stop dropping the back shoulder and getting that uppercut swing that we all hate that leads to a lot of pop-ups and missed balls and rollovers, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to show you exactly what you're supposed to do with your shoulder so you understand what your shoulders are supposed to be doing when you're hitting, so you can know how to fix it right away. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, there are two really big reasons why we tend to drop our shoulder, and every reason comes back to the same thing, is we're trying to use too much body in the swing. So now let me explain. What happens here when we drop our shoulder is our upper body, the big muscles in our upper body are taking over, and they're trying to compensate to hit a ball. So what happens when a pitcher throws us a ball is our brain knows that we need to hit the ball, so it's going to do everything it can to hit the ball. So whenever we drop our shoulders, that means we're doing something, and we're trying not to drop our shoulders. That means we're putting ourselves in a position to have to drop our shoulders to get our hands back around in time to hit the ball. So what happens most of the time, or the first reason, would be yanking our head out. So that's a pretty easy one to fix. So if we're getting ready to hit and we yank our head out, you can see just me doing this move here, my back shoulder drops, and now I'm under the ball, swinging uppercut style, all that nonsense. Now, I have a great video on keeping your head down, so if that's your problem, then you can go ahead and tackle that with those drills. I'll post a link right here. Now, the biggest reason why we drop our shoulders, and I say this in a lot of my videos, is because we don't really know what to do with our shoulders as hitters. We're not really told. And can get a little confusing, because what a lot of guys do to feel really powerful is they load up their shoulders big time, kind of like a golf swing. They try to rotate their upper body, and they turn their shoulders. They make a big full turn with their shoulders, and you can actually swing the bat harder this way, but it's going to be really inefficient for baseball. The reason why golfers turn their shoulders is because they have to generate power to a ball that's sitting still. When we're in baseball, we got a guy up on the mound throwing at us however hard, whatever levels we're at, up into the 100-mile-an-hour zone. That's a source of power up there. When the guy's throwing that hard, every guy that's played baseball knows that you took an easy swing one time and hit the junk out of the ball because there was power. There was supplied power from the pitcher. So by turning our shoulders to get more bat speed, we might be able to pick up a little bit of bat speed, but we're going to sacrifice our technique and be able to make proper contact on the ball, which is going to be, result in lower batting averages. You might time one up every now and then and crush it, but if we want to be consistent, powerful hitters, we need to learn what to do with our shoulders. So the reason why we drop our back shoulder is when we do turn our shoulders and load them up, what happens is now our hands are behind our body, and now there's no space for our hands to go straight to the ball. There's no direct path to the ball. So what happens is we're going to have to spin our upper body back open, and the big muscles take over, and then we can bring our hands back around. So what's happening there is we are compensating to get back around to the ball. Our shoulders are closed, we have to compensate to get back around to the ball, and then we lead to dropping the back shoulder. So how we fix this, like I said in a lot of my other videos, this is one big fix for a lot of things, is we keep our hands in front of our foot line. And what that is, if we imagine there's a line right down our foot line, so that would be like right on our toes. So if we were to stand perfectly square to the plate, there would be a wall coming right up out of that toe line, and we keep our hands in front or right on that line all the time. And what that does is we can still load our shoulders, because we do load our shoulders in the swing, but what we do is when we rotate, our shoulders, our hands are going to stay in front of that line, and then when we fire, we don't have to compensate by getting our upper body out of the way to let our hands get through. Our hands stay in front of the wall, and we can go right to the ball with still a ton of power. We're going to be able to make clean contact, and that's key for hitting, because if we make clean contact, we're going to hit the ball so much harder. Like I said, you guys have all done it before. A hard hit ball solid on the sweet spot is going to go, so say you're swinging 70 miles an hour and you hit it on the sweet spot, or you swing 100 miles an hour and you hit it off the handle, the 70-mile-an-hour swing is going to go significantly farther. That's going to result in a home run if you catch it right. So that contact is extremely important. So in essence, to sum it all up, we don't want to sacrifice contact by feeling like we can swing a little bit harder. We don't want to feel like we're strong by loading up the shoulders. We want to feel strong in our legs, our hips, and let them do all the work and keep our hands in a position where we can make clean contact. Now I want to give you 2 quick drills that you can do to start nailing these positions right away. The first one you can do at your house or wherever there's a wall, a fence, anywhere that you can put your lower back up against something. So what you're going to do is get up next to a wall, put a line here for a wall, and you're going to make sure you're getting in your regular stance, feet square, and make sure that you're not bending over, you're not poking your butt out to hit the wall. Make sure that your lower back's just comfortably resting against the wall. And you can either use a bat or choke up on a bat, because if you don't, your barrel will hit the wall. But you're very simply going to make sure your hands stay in front of your toe line, and that when you load, you're not letting anything, your back shoulder is not going to touch the wall behind you. If your back shoulder touches the wall behind you, that's going to be a little bit too much. This is going to be a really good gauge for the perfect shoulder position or perfect shoulder load in the swing. But the key point, the key thing you want to focus on is keeping those hands in front of the toe line. Now, once you got a good 100 to 200 repetitions of loads with the wall drill, go ahead and work yourself onto a tee. So now we should be in a really good position, and our hands should be in front of our toe line. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to start learning how to throw our hands from in front of our toe line, so that we can start getting a feel for how we're supposed to do it at full speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the most simplest way we can, where we're going to get in our tee set up, and we're going to load stride, and we're going to simply throw our hands from in front of the toe line. And we're going to do this very slow at first, and then we're going to progressively work up to full speed. So make sure you do this about 50 times first. So it's going to look something like this, where we load stride, hands are going to be in front, we're going to check our hands, make sure they're in front, and then we're going to throw our hands through the zone. And we're going to want to make sure we stay right up through the middle of the field, maybe just a little right, excuse me, a little right of center of the field. Had a bug fly in my throat. And we're gonna make sure that we get at least 50 reps at that speed, where we're just making sure that our hands are in front and that our hands are being thrown in front of the line. We just really want to make sure that we don't reload our hands after we load. We don't want to load stride and then bring our hands back and then try to hit again. So make sure you get a good feel. I would recommend a good 100 to 200 reps of that, so you get a really good feel, and then start picking up the gears just a little by little until you get to full speed. Guys, thank you for checking out this video. I hope I helped you with that back shoulder problem. If you have any questions on this at all, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them personally. And go ahead and stay tuned though. I'm going to play a video or a clip from one of the videos in our power hitting series. If you click on the link that pops up in the video or in the description below, you can see that video plus the entire power hitting series absolutely free of charge. It's a great series to help you pick up a lot of bat speed. Like I said, if you guys have any requests on videos you want to see, anything like that, go ahead and let me know. Anything you're struggling with, I can help you out with. So let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Now, the best way to understand where our energy is going is this drill where we let go of the bat in our swing. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rip open my shoulders like I would on an inside pitch, and we're just simply just let go of the bat and throw the bat in the direction where our body's going. Now you can see I ripped my shoulders open and released the bat, and it went right down the third baseline, down to left field. Now, what we want to do, ideally, is we want to have this release to go up through the middle or maybe slightly right of second base. So what we do to do this is we keep our shoulders calm and we let our hands fly through the center of the field.